So today, we find ourselves getting some type of answer for a question that has plagued the Baffa Titan community. What pushes a Meg to war? Is it rage? Is it courage? Or is it just a calling for the preparation of a newborn? Our first victim in the documentary, we find a group of men harassing a Titan. What is believed to be the most powerful, playable? Observe the Titan giving up. Obviously, the number too overwhelming. The Megs roar in victory, as if it was a battle fought with blood, sweat, and tears, while it was just a dinosaur giving up. Observe a little chicken, a Latin, accompanying the megalanias. Quite an intriguing creature, because it is said the group that the chicken joins, it believes that it is one of them. Oh, the Megs are about to show us what brings them to war. It is to make way for a newborn. And so, the two new Megs of the pack brought tribute to the little one as if it was little wee baby Jesus. We have two meats and a trophy. The trophy is the most important part, because the trophy will give the youngling a growth spurt. Observe the group rallying together to make sure that the youngling arrives at HC safely and in a jiffy. Because the more megalania around the Megs tank, the better for survivability. As we say where I'm from, l'union fait la force. Union means strength, and it is a motto and mantra that the megalania heavily and wholeheartedly trusts in. And so the pack happily show their strength in numbers by accompanying the youngling, making sure the whole Cedrus Forest understands what is going on. A youngling is around, so be weary. If you are not Meg, you are N. Observe the Megs safely bringing the youngling at AC. Beautiful. Absolutely astonishing, remarkable finding. Because usually Megs only think for themselves. But at rare moments, when they put their pride aside, they rally up together. So, after showing HC to the youngin, there is a call yonder calling the Meg that there is something in the water. Something that needs culling. To make way for the youngin. Observe a remarkable show of force. 6v1. I presume the crocodile, Sarcosuchus, was just an adolescent. Observe the megalanias celebrating by making bubbles in the water. A beautiful and interesting showmanship of beauty. Megs are usually associated with death. Observe the Meg swimming in the shallow river of Cedrus, patrolling the rivers to be sure that all is well and all is there. Absolutely remarkable and beautiful finding. It is rare, but not unheard of. Observe the Megs rallying a call, signaling to one another that another opponent deemed for the nibbles has been found. Seemed to be a lone metric. His fault to roam around solo in the megalania territory. Then a beautiful show of strength of numbers. The Metri is surrounded, and only one thing left for him to do. Face the inevitable and hope to take one with him. As distraction, the little one gets called, but it's okay. because he will respawn at the nest. A wonderful and interesting mechanic. If you're still a baby and you die, you respawn straight into the nest. And again, after disposing of the trophy, the Meg joins in because he heard a roar. A familiar roar. A roar came from the king of the dinosaurs. A T-Rex. One of the Meg's bane. But the Meg will count on their numbers to make a dent in the T-Rex's health. After joining his game, he lets out a roar, signaling to the T-Rex that many more is to come. The Rex does what only a Rex can do in this specific situation. Try to put his back to the wall and face the Meg head on. Observe the Latin acting like a little Meg. Quite an interesting behavior from the chicken. But he latches on and shows to the Meg, shows to the Meg that he is a part of the family. He will pull his weight. Observe the T-Rex panicking and letting out a wonderful roar that nobody could hear, only other T-Rexes if they would be around. It is a low-frequency roar that the Rex lets out when he is low health. Observe the Meg getting distracted for a second, and the Rex takes advantage. Like I said, Latin, once they join in a certain species, they adopt its personality. So it seems that the Rex was not alone. Betrayed by its own kind? Well, not really. The Latins go into a fight, and the Meg breaks it off by calling both of them. Unfortunate, but necessary outcome. Observe the Rex taking advantage, breaking the bones of one Meg, trying to finish the job, but forgot that he was a flightless dinosaur. And so he breaks his legs and falls face first. The Megs lets out a roar because it is a valiant fight that was fought by the Rex. And so the Megs feast. Observe the Meg softening the T-Rex's skin by biting on it to break off chunks and pieces. quite a finding from the megalanias. After facing death, we can observe the Meg going to his nest so he can heal up, be ready for the next adventure. Quick side note, if you're still here, don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and of course, enjoy the rest of the content. Observe the green gecko Meg making a partnership with the dotted Meg so that he can as well adopt the youngling, so that the Meg could join the clan. It is said that this is how Meg get their gang fit, by marrying into each other or having the younglings adopt or be adopted by the other. Observe the Meg that accepted the kid as his new youngling. Observe him changing his color, changing his pattern, and changing his skin so he could match his mate. A quite wonderful and rare sighting, because it is not often that you see such ritual succeeding. Usually, the other Meg ejects the newborn. Usually, the newborn does not want another parent. So, you guys are welcome for this beautiful and heartwarming sight. Observe the Meg teabagging the youngling, showing dominance. A rare sighting in the megalanias social class. To assert dominance, one must keep befalling the other to keep on a very specific pecking order. The geckos are king and queen. The melanistic are the drones and warriors, and the others are workers and scouts. It is said that the megalania can smell any other dinosaur from miles away. And so the Megs zero in onto the target. Watch them scurry around, calling each other to make sure that they can showcase their strength in numbers to the intruder. A spoon, a semi-aquatic dino, watched them fight for dominance for the river and overwhelm the spoon with their numbers. And so the Megs give chase, not giving the spoon an inch to breathe or get his thoughts together. Unbeknownst to the Meg, the spoon was not alone. He was accompanied by two other semi-aquatics, a Sarcosuchus and a duck. Observe the Megs frantically delivering poison or venom, as if it could do something to the other semi-aquatics. Watch them rally up at the shore, making sure that everybody is accounted for a second assault. The Megs were joined by a hat and what seemed to be the whale of the sea, a tiger. But fortunately, their numbers are already redacting. The hats got killed by the duck. And so we observe the Megs continuing their stand. Unfortunately for Meg, he was caught in the jaws of the Sarcosuchus, so he had to endure the death blow. Unfortunately, but yet a beautiful and full of result attack from the car. You could see the crowd tried to outmaneuver the Meg and body block him, but the Meg was too witty and slippery for the crowd. And so the Megs take a moment to ponder on their circumstances. Circumstances that was brought to themselves by themselves. It is said every time a Meg takes a moment for itself during a battle, he remembers what it was said by Icarus. Icarus laughed as he fell, because to fall meant that you flew. And with this mantra in head, the Megs gathered their cortisol levels because as a Meg, it is always high. So the Meg waited for the return of their fallen brothers. After regrouping, the Megs let out a little showcase of bubbles. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Honestly. So the Meg rally up for their third attack, hoping for success. With their numbers, the Megs rush in. You can see laying in the algae, the croc is trying to be sneaky. But unbeknownst to the croc, this would be exactly what the Megs would want. Just grab on one of us, do that beautiful death roll that you do. But it will cost you, because we all shall nibble on you in unison and eviscerate you. Observe the croc get overwhelmed by the Megs. Its friends rush in, hoping to stop the chaos, but was too late. It was all too late for the croc. Beautiful. It is beautiful seeing a croc getting eviscerated like so. Absolutely astonishing. Observe the croc pulsating with useless venom. Beautiful results. We all bite in unison and think of the consequences later. But consequences this time was only meant for the croc. And so the Megs on a shore excitedly rejoicing in their victory. Beautiful. Absolutely astonishing finding. Well, guys, if you made it till the end, again, I appreciate y'all. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Share with your friends. Share in the Discords. Share in the group chats. And most importantly, I hope you enjoy your rest of your evening, guys. And I'm out.